This is live action news here
in Croatia.
Hi, I'm Gabriel.
And Eileen.
And on current events today, we're going to update you on what's been happening here in Croatia for the last week. And now, reporting live at the playground, at a near playground, Levi Cardona. Levi, can you hear me? Are you there?
Live through Dubrovnik, from Dubrovnik. Live through Dubrovnik. Live through from Dubrovnik. Bye.
Thanks, Levi. And now, Abigail Cardona reporting on something that'll make you warm and fuzzy inside. She visited the dog shelter this week.
This is Abby reporting live from Dubrovnik. This week we went to the dog shelter, as you see right here. And it was really fun, and we played, and we are going to volunteer there. As you see, we got some treats for next time we can feed them. And it was really very cold.
This is Gabriel.
Eileen.
Abby. Levi.
Signing off.
Bye. I love you. God bless, and God guides your heart, and He loves you so much. Bye.
Hello everyone, Gabriel here and
Eileen.
I'm really excited to announce some pretty big news. After much prayer, our family has decided to become full-time missionaries.
Hey guys, so we are getting rid of our furniture today. There's too much stuff everywhere and I don't know where to start. Stuff. What? There's more.
For those who don't know, we're going to be going to Croatia for 6 to 8 years. We're going to be planting churches in South Croatia. But as I'm getting closer and closer and closer to that date, I'm telling my wife, like, oh man, I think I'm starting to get emotional.
Do you speak Croatian?
Do you speak Croatian?
Do you speak Croatian? You know how you say mom in Croatian? Mama.
Very
You know
similar.
how to say sister and brother in Croatian? Brat and sister.
What made you want to be a missionary?
You know, I think it's something that we truly believe that even before I got married, it was something I was doing. Lighthouse Community Church is a church that my wife and I and a few friends of us planted about 13, 14 years ago.
We actually started our ministry in the streets of Orange Blossom Trail, which is like a really dangerous area in Orlando. And it's known for prostitution and drug use and homelessness.
Street ministry has always been a passion of mine, going out into the worst of the worst, because that's how I saw that what Jesus did. You know, Matthew chapter 4, it says he went out into the valley of darkness where there was no light, and he was the light.
And so my husband, he was not my husband at the time, he started his ministry out there. And then I met him and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I want to join you. And so I went ahead and started going out there with him, and he was super surprised because most women did not want to be out there. It wasn't a very safe place to be. Then more people started joining, and then what we came across was we didn't have a church to take the people that we were meeting in these places to where they would feel comfortable.
It was a pastor through the Florida conference that invited us and encouraged us to plant a church in the area of Orlando, specifically for the people that we were ministering to. And so we got excited, and we didn't know that we could do that. And the conference supported us 100%. And so that's what we did.
We were calling ourselves Lighthouse, the church without walls. They didn't have nice clothes. They didn't have dresses to wear. They didn't necessarily smell good, and so we would take them and people would be a little standoffish. And so we actually planted Lighthouse to bring those the unreached people group.
One of the reasons why I love our community so much is because we can be ourselves. And I think there's something beautiful to that. There is no acting. There is no putting on a face. We are ourselves. We make mistakes, we love each other, and we move forward. There is so much transparency and accountability.
Since I lay my burdens down.
Definitely growing up, when I hit my 20s after high school, I kind of veered away and did the let me explore the world thing. I partied a lot. I kind of went on a different path. So I remember one time I was in a club. I went there to dance. I was drinking, and I remember having this just experience with God. And the music was so loud, and then all of a sudden, the music just went silent. And I heard this voice so clearly, and it said, "If I came right now, would you be ready?" And then the music came back, and I just kind of wow, what just happened? I finished off the night with my friends there, but that was the beginning of me thinking man, if God came right now, I would not be ready. What am I doing with my life? Where am I trying to find my joy, my peace, my happiness? And it was in drinking and partying and hanging out with friends. And I thought to myself, how am I going to do this? How am I going to go back to church? And so that was also part of the community that we built back home, that I had such a tight community with my friends that I partied with. I was very close to them. And when I left that lifestyle, I also left my friends. And so it was this really empty feeling of okay, God, I'm coming to you, but now I have nothing. And I visited multiple churches, and I just felt this, I didn't feel welcomed. I didn't feel accepted as I was. And so that's why when I had the opportunity to go into the streets, that's where I felt more comfortable. I felt more comfortable with people that I didn't feel were judging me, because they had their own history and past. Yeah, I think that really came into play in what type of church we wanted to plant. And it was really a church that was accepting of where you were at in your walk, because where I am right now is not where I was 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And God saw that. Praise God for that, because all I could see was that broken person in that moment. And I'm why is God still reaching out to me? And I look back and I'm oh, that's why he's reaching out to me. He saw the future. He saw what I could be. And wouldn't it be amazing if we could all see who that person in front of us that's on drugs or an alcoholic, who they could be as opposed to who they are in that moment?
Throughout this whole process, we always had a feeling of God is calling us for something more, but we didn't know what it was. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Gabriel and Aileen here, and we just made it to Michigan. We've been here for about 3 days.
One of our friends, we were having dinner with them one day, and they said, we actually looked into AFM, and we had never heard of AFM, and so we said, oh, what is that? And we said, Adventist Frontier Missions. And we're okay, so we go online and start researching, and we see they have different projects, and we just went ahead and started researching the different places we could go to. And so we just applied just kind of generically. We didn't really have a specific place. We actually went to orientation and we said, hey, we are open. We don't necessarily have a specific people group that we feel called to. And so we kind of left it up to AFM and say, hey, places where you think we would best fit in. We met with the staff there, the leaders at AFM, and they put Croatia on the table.
Actually, we didn't know, what Croatia was, where Croatia was. We assumed that Croatia was somewhere in Asia because I had the word Asia in it.
We're like, okay, why do you think that we would be beneficial here? And they said, oh, it's a new project. We have church planting experience in our background. We have planted a church back in Orlando, Florida. They said, we think you guys would do really well in this environment because it is a new project. And
then we just started to work for the next 3 years to get sponsors and help to get where we're at right now.
Thank you.
So we are
packing. It's been crazy. We've been at it all day.
I'm a little tired.
Awesome friends here that have been helping us all day.
Look at these people, these beautiful angels all around and right there.
Angel over there.
It's actually his name.
Bye-bye. Hello. All right.
It works.